Welcome to the English Premier League preview show. New Liverpool boss Brendan Rodgers is looking for 3 points to kickstart his Anfield revolution as the Reds face former coach Steve Clarke's West Brom at the Hawthorns. Rodgers admitted he's still looking to bring in new faces before the transfer window closes at the end of August.
Hopefully bring in one or two more that can help the group here. And I'm very happy with the players. Players have been brilliant since the first day I walked in. Their application and appetite to learn and to work has been phenomenal. And in our last couple of games, in particular the Europa League game at home and the Leverkusen game, have shown real good signs of how we can move forward. So like I say, there's certainly no frustration. I'm just it's a privilege to be here, and we just want to continue to work to try and get a group that can help us to go forward.
Baggies head coach Clarke admitted he was still surprised to have left Anfield in the summer after he and Kenny Dalglish had reached 2 cup finals and targeted a top 4 finish.
I've got no grievance whatsoever with Liverpool Football Club. I had a fantastic time there. Obviously after tomorrow I wish them well for the season. It's a big game for me because it's the first game in charge at West Bromwich Albion. It wouldn't matter who the opposition is, it would still be just as big a game. You know, we came in at a difficult time for Liverpool. We stabilised the club, got them in a good position, reached 2 cup finals and put together a decent squad. And I know for a fact, because I spoke to Kenny towards the end of last season when we didn't envisage that we wouldn't be at Liverpool, and we spoke about our prospects for this coming season, and both Kenny and I had agreed that top 4 was a realistic target for that Liverpool squad.
Andre Villas-Boas stressed the importance of his Spurs side picking up points on their trip to the North East. He claimed Newcastle will rival them for a Champions League spot at the end of the season, and early points could prove vital.
Well, a difficult game. Going to Newcastle away is never an easy trip. I think last year Tottenham drawn, but had a difficult game as well. Were leading most of till the final minutes of the game. So you know, I think it's 2 teams that want Champions League qualification. You could say that fighting for the same objectives. We want to make sure that this year we can push a little bit further than that, and we will have to see if we are able to do that progressively on a week-to-week basis. It will be good for us to start the season well, but we have to bear in mind that the opponent is an opponent of a high value, and that it's going to be a difficult game.
Fulham host Chris Hughton's Norwich, Swansea head to Queen's Park Rangers, and West Ham start life in the Premier League by welcoming Paul Lambert's Aston Villa. Champions League winners Chelsea travel to Wigan, while champions Manchester City welcome Southampton to the Etihad. Arsenal will host Sunderland at the Emirates without striker Robin van Persie, who's set to complete his £24 million move to rivals Manchester United. United boss Alex Ferguson claimed Van Persie's signing will give his side the best strike force in Europe.
Also, I think that what gives us more strength is the combinations I have up front. Now, if you go back to the 99 season when I had Dwight and Andy, of course, but I had Teddy and Ole Gunnar, the 4 best strikers in Europe. So I think I'm going towards that now. I've got Chicharito, I've got Wayne, I've got Robin, I've got Danny Welbeck, and I've got Kagawa. You know, it's a fantastic collection of players there. Hopefully I picked the right combinations. But it's great to have a player of Van Persie's qualities come into the squad as it is at the moment. Very pleased.
But Arsene Wenger hit out at critics, claiming the sale suited the club and wasn't a sign his Arsenal team had given up on the Premier League title.
The situation is simple. We regret we have lost a great player. And for one simple reason is that he had only 1 year left on his contract and he wanted to go. And as well that we had anticipated that this situation might happen, and therefore we had bought Podolski and Giroud, and I think we were prepared to keep him, of course, but as well the worst gets to the worst to sell him. I believe we have what is needed to be ambitious and to play our game.
Everton entertain Manchester United on Monday night, a game we'll preview in the review bulletin. You've been watching the English Premier League preview show.